Welcome to Cooler Than Water. My name is Everett Tobler, and this right here is my co-host, the one, the only, the tail dog, Jonathan Thompson.
Absolutely, man. Back on here again. It's always great to be on here on this show. Always on.
Man, we've had a lot of stuff going on since the last time we did this, JT.
Absolutely. We the whole off season that happened. The finals happened.
Yeah. I've been BSing or whatever.
Hey, we just had to get back together and do it again.
Man, yeah, shoot. Other than basketball, outside of that, we've had a lot of stuff going on. Man, you excited for Atlanta, JT?
Absolutely, man. WWE pay per view, man. Absolutely.
Bad blood. Tune in.
Exactly. Tune in. You gonna see the a little snippet of the marching musical machine.
Yeah, a little 50 piece.
Yeah, a little 50 piece of M4. You know what I'm saying? Performing with the biggest star probably in wrestling right now.
Yeah,
that man Cody Rhodes.
Yeah. My professor, Dr. White, asked me. So what are y'all doing? Why are y'all there? Why are y'all playing? I said we're playing Cody Rhodes entrance music. And who's that? I said the biggest wrestler in the world.
Yeah, top wrestler in the top promotion. There you go.
He won WrestleMania.
I was gonna say he won in the main event of WrestleMania.
At the top.
Yeah,
the top, and he won info.
Mm-hmm.
He wants us. He wants me. He wants you.
He won.
And we want Cooler Than Water.
Yeah.
So a lot of stuff going on in the NBA. A lot of stuff happened since the last time we did this.
Mm-hmm.
So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go through and make sure that we mention every NBA team. This is one positive thing about every team in the NBA. Yeah. All right, it can be short, it can be long. You can talk about whatever you want to say. Well, we're gonna say one thing about every NBA team.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we're gonna start in the Eastern Conference. I kind of did this going down by what seed they were last year. So we're gonna start in the East with the number one seed, of course, the NBA champion, Boston Celtics.
Oh man. Well, I guess one positive thing you could say is that they retained the whole team. They kept the whole team.
That's exactly what I said.
Yeah,
everyone is back.
Yep, the whole championship team is back, and they added Lonnie Walker in the offseason, so that just gives them some more depth. So you couldn't really ask for too much more out of a team that just won the championship. Everybody's been talking bad about them over the summer, so I'm sure they still got that chip on their shoulder. You know what I'm saying? Because of
Yeah, that's what's wild is they still have a chip on their shoulder.
Yeah,
I heard Kenny Beecham was talking about this the other day. Somehow they won the championship, and it's hard to go back to back, right?
Yeah, right, absolutely.
And it's hard to find motivation to go back to back.
Exactly.
But somehow they still have a chip on their shoulder because he won the championship, but people still think that Jason Tatum sucks.
Yeah, right. Hey, that Olympic run sucked for him, man. I mean, he didn't have a good Olympic run. He didn't. But I mean,
ever since the playoffs, he can't shoot the basketball right.
Offense, I don't know
his
what's
jump
going
shot
on.
is broke.
But they said
he didn't make a jump shot in the Olympics.
I don't know. They said he worked out with one of the more well-known shooting coaches around the NBA over the summer. Worked on some mechanic things, so maybe he comes back and shoots like 43% from three or something like that next season or something like that. Who knows? But I mean, retaining the whole team, that's all you can ask for, and adding another player who can give you some good minutes, that's all you can ask for out of a champion. So there you go.
Right, and we'll see how long it takes Kristaps to get back, because I don't think he's not going to be ready for opening day. But they should. Yeah. But they should be fine.
I was going to say, they lasted in the whole playoff run without him, so,
Chilling.
Yeah, I was going to say, they'll be all right,
All right, the next team down, number 2 seed, New York Knicks.
Well, we all saw what just happened Friday night. Friday night, the Knicks just traded for Karl Anthony Towns. They traded Julius Randle and Dante DiVincenzo in the first-round pick to the Minnesota Timberwolves for Karl Anthony Towns. This is going to be the best big that Jalen Brunson has ever played with since he's been in the NBA by far. Another good thing is that the Knicks needed another big because, they lost iHeart in the offseason to OKC because OKC gave him that bag. And Mitchell Robinson is one of the more injury-prone players in the game today. So they needed that depth. They needed, they needed the bigs. They needed another big. And him and Jalen Brunson, man, when they get that chemistry going, that's oh my.
Yeah, what I have written down here is Cat gives Brunson spacing,
Mm-hmm.
right? Jalen Brunson in the playoffs last year, he was so efficient and he could get to his spots whenever he wanted to. But
And the spacing wasn't even that good.
yeah,
he didn't even
he
have
was
that
playing
much.
with Josh Hart, Isaiah Hartenstein at the same time.
Yeah, I mean, if he can kill with those guys, with the spacing that he had this past playoff run,
Sometimes
just-
Mitchell Robinson.
I was
Mitchell
finna say
Robinson
he
can't
just.
space the
I
floor.
was finna say
Nothing.
he just got cat.
Nothing.
Right, he just got cat. That man might be an MVP front runner this year. While he's playing.
This is one of my favorite starting lineups in the NBA.
Mhm.
Right, we got Jalen Brunson. Obviously, they also picked up Mikal Bridges.
Oh yeah, huge pickup. That was probably like the biggest pickup of the offseason up to Friday night, of course.
Yeah, Mikal Bridges. Then OG Anunoby. She'll be back from injury. Should have a much better season than he did in the playoffs. You know, he tried coming back. He gave his best effort.
Yeah,
He came back. even made a shot, and then after that, he was like,
Yeah,
Tibbs took him out.
Yeah,
if
yeah,
Tibbs
he
take
couldn't-
you out, you
I
weren't
was finna
supposed to be out there in the first
Yeah,
place.
exactly. Yeah,
And then of course Josh Hart.
yeah.
Who I was talking stuff about him, but he was knocking down shots at a great rate in the playoffs.
He was. Yeah. He surprised me.
And then Karl Anthony Towns. So
Oh, man.
that's I like that spacing a lot. I like that defense a lot.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
You know, people don't see Cat as a lockdown defender, definitely not as a rim protector, but we saw in the playoffs last year with Minnesota that he can lock in.
Okay, yeah, he can do his thing when he's focused.
It's definitely frustrating
Yeah.
because he'll pick up 2 quick fouls in a
Man,
minute.
he's out of the game. There you go. And he's not always consistent either. That's another frustrating thing. But under the bright lights, you know that pressure is gonna be on him. So we'll see how he handles it.
Yeah. All right. Next team. This one might be a little quicker.
Yeah.
The Milwaukee Bucks.
Oh boy. It's hard to find something positive to say about this team right now. I guess you could say they still got Giannis and Dame. So it's like you know there's just reason for optimism when you have those two players. But
Yeah, another season with him.
yeah, I was gonna say they'll get another season to figure it out. But I mean, outside of that, dog.
My answer. Torian Prince is a better defender than Malik Beasley.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Well, yeah, you could. They picked up him and they picked up DeLon Wright, who's also a better defender than Malik Beasley. So I mean,
Next question.
yeah, I was gonna say next team. There's not much to say.
Ah, snap. Here we go. Here they come, everybody, for Philadelphia 76ers. Yes,
boy.
sir.
Oh boy,
Yes, sir.
This team. Well, we all know what this team did over the offseason. They got your boy PG-13, who's gonna be wearing number 8 now, in honor of Kobe. He's gonna be probably their third option. If you have Paul George as your third option, I mean that's just
We replaced Tobias Harris
that awful
with
contract.
PG.
I was gonna say that's a upgrade tenfold. So
Paul
there you
George. But people were talking stuff that they're like, is he really that much better? Is he really gonna perform that much better? I was
Go.
like,
Are you serious?
you don't know what you're talking
I was
about
gonna say, are you serious?
because
0 points to buy 0 points in a closeout game.
zero.
I mean, come on now.
People like to say it, but it's true. We scored the same amount of points as Tobias Harris in that game.
Exactly. Like, come on now. It's Paul George. I get it, but Tobias Harris, come on now, son.
This is the best team that Joel has ever had.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's the best team the 76ers have had in a very long time, in my opinion.
You know what Jimmy Butler said about Tobias Harris?
Tobias Harris
It's over me.
This is probably the best team they've had since their championship runs back with Moses Malone. I
Yeah.
think. Like Allen Iverson took them to the finals, but he
you know,
dragged them to the
I mean,
finals.
he absolutely Jesus Christ on the cross on his back to that with that team right there.
Yeah, so this is probably the best constructed Philadelphia 76ers team. They definitely won the offseason.
Mm-hmm.
They brought back Kelly Oubre.
Yeah, that was huge. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. They picked up Andre Drummond back,
Mm-hmm.
second best rebounder of all time.
Yeah.
So I like it. I love it.
Mm-hmm. They did what they needed to do. Now, if this can't win, I don't know. I don't know, but
True. Positive.
yeah, I was finna say let's hope it does. Let's hope it does.
Next team, the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Well, I mean, maybe they'll be. I mean, we just have to hope that they're healthy. I guess. Um, who did the Cavs pick up in the offseason? If they picked up anyone?
Here's what I had written down, so I'll hook you up. Good thing about the Cleveland Cavaliers, Kenny Atkinson is a great development coach.
Well, yeah,
that was their big pickup.
Yeah,
Kenny Atkinson.
Well, I mean, at least he's
The
not
coach.
their head. At least he's not. Is he their head coach now?
Yes.
Oh, he is their head
JB
coach. Okay.
Bickerstaff
I forgot he got fired.
gone.
Yeah. You're right. The Pistons picked him up. I forgot about that. Right? Didn't the Pistons pick him up?
I believe so. Let me check that. But I believe so, yeah. And then, Kenny Atkinson also has a great chemistry with Jared Allen.
He does, yeah.
And Karis LeVert.
Yeah, back on those Nets days, yeah. So I mean, Cleveland should be, they'll be okay. I just think they have to stay healthy throughout the whole playoff run. Donovan Mitchell just recently came out and said that if they stay healthy, they're a championship contender. So, I mean, we'll see how true that is. If that can happen.
Yes, July 3rd they picked up JB Bickerstaff.
Yep,
right.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
I remember talking about that because Monty Williams once had the biggest paycheck of anybody NBA head coach ever.
Yeah, and then after one season they got him up out of there. That's honestly hilarious. Honestly.
Crazy. Next team, the Orlando Magic.
Oh man, they had a great season. Almost went to the second round. So you just hope that they can build off of that. They picked up KCP in the offseason, so that was huge for them. Gives them a vet, a 2-time champ. So you can't ask for anything better for a young developing team to do in the offseason.
And Paulo has playoff experience now.
Mm-hmm. Yep,
that's great for young players.
Mm-hmm.
And he performed well.
Yeah, he performed great. He almost dragged them to the second round over that Cleveland team that we just talked about. So,
but Donovan Mitchell's just
I was gonna say
bad man.
He had to. Yeah, I was gonna say he's been there a few times. But in terms of Orlando's offseason, you couldn't have asked for a better one. To be real, they might be dangerous come this season. So.
Indiana Pacers.
Indiana, well, they made it to the conference finals. Went through some injury-ridden teams, but a conference finals appearance is a conference finals appearance. So, now they got that experience. Tyrese has that experience. That whole team has that experience. They should get Benedict Mathurin back. So, he didn't even play in that playoff run. People,
I love Benedict Mathurin.
Yeah, he didn't even play in that whole playoff run.
Back when he was getting drafted, I was tweeting out whoever gets Benedict Mathurin is about to win the draft.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. What was he, the 2020 class or the 21 class?
It was definitely not 2020. So I guess 2021 sounds right.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I said Andrew Nembhard is no joke.
No, he's not. Yeah, he's not. Yeah, he played great, especially when Tyrese went out.
Back in the regular season last year, we didn't really see all of that from him. He didn't really have that opportunity either. But then when we got to the playoffs, Nembhard went crazy.
Yeah.
So I think coming back into this year, he'll have that confidence, and we'll see what he can really do. But we'll see if it's a fluke.
Yeah, we'll see if it's a fluke. And I think Aaron Nesmith is going to be huge for their future too, because we saw what he did in the playoffs. I mean, he had that man Jalen Brunson on lock. So I think they found a hidden gem low key with him. So. All
right, and this next one might be a little shorter too. The Miami Heat.
Oh man, just like the Bucks, the team is getting older. Jimmy Butler is 35 or whatever.
Yeah, and he's having a little discourse with Pat Riley.
I was gonna say him and Pat Riley didn't have the, they had some trouble, some issues in the offseason. So, but I guess they still have Jimmy Butler and Bam and Tyler Hero. So I guess that's I guess that's cause for something to be positive. I guess
because the frustration with Jimmy Butler, I think, is because. He's chosen the regular season to get ready for the playoffs because he's a playoff riser. He's one of the best playoff risers that we've ever seen.
Exactly.
But then when you get to the playoffs and you're injured or you get knocked out in the first round,
Yeah, and you go out and say, well, we would have beat them if I was there and all that type of stuff. Well, I mean,
That's not Heat culture. You
fans
just
say
gotta
that.
be
Yeah,
there.
fans say that's not Heat culture right there. So, um, I mean, but I don't know. But I mean, they kept the same team. So I mean, I don't. There's not really too much to say about that team to be real.
Mm. The Chicago Bulls, doubles.
Oh man.
My answer.
Yeah.
Lonzo Ball is back.
Finally, my God. I mean, Jesus, we haven't seen that man since early 2022 on the basketball court.
They say he has plans to be back game 1.
We saw that he had to replace his meniscus or whatever it was. I was like, yeah, but hopefully he'll be fine.
Yeah, I saw a quote the other day. He said, "I basically just have a brand new knee."
Yeah, I mean, hey, they get him back.
My grandma has a new knee too, but she ain't
I'm
moving.
say, but you know how that goes. But they got Lonzo back, so. But I mean, they lost DeRozan and all that stuff, but we'll get to that later. So, anyway, not too much to say about that team either, besides Lonzo being back.
The Atlanta Hawks.
Well, they got the number 1 pick. I still don't even know who the guy is. I keep forgetting his name, but
Zachary Ricochet.
yeah, where is he from? From somewhere. I forget where he's from, but I mean, they traded DeJounte Murray to get off his salary, so I mean, maybe their salary cap will be looking good in the future. Where is this guy from though? He was born in Spain. That's what it says, but
No, France.
oh, he was born in France.
He's French.
Well, we'll see how good that guy is. He was the number 1 pick, so hopefully he turns out to be something.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie to the people. We don't know a lot about this guy.
I'm finna say
we didn't do a lot of draft research.
Yeah, I didn't.
No, we're not gonna lie to the people. We didn't.
Yeah, I was finna say the draft this year was one of the more underwhelming and uneventful ones in a long time. Well, not in a long time, but there wasn't too much to talk about.
Yeah, there's not a lot of hype about these guys.
Yeah, there wasn't too much hype about this draft,
especially compared to the year before when you have Victor Wembanyama, who they say is best prospect since LeBron James.
Yeah, I mean, and he was, and he lived up to the hype. So there you go. Yeah. But this draft, I ain't gonna lie. I always forgot who the first pick was. So there you go.
The next team is the Brooklyn Nets. Chris
Sure,
Brickley says that Ben Simmons is ready to go.
All right. For what that's worth, I mean, I guess, but I mean,
yeah, you hear about Chris Brickley's gym and all that, and they have him in 2K now.
They have the Chris Brickley gym in 2K.
Yeah, he's always texting your my player, hey, you want to come work out? We're 1-5.
Oh my, that's hilarious.
Like you can either work out at the practice facility or you can go to Chris Brickley's gym.
Wow.
And he says that Ben Simmons is ready. He's ready to go. He's back to all-star form.
He is? Is he gonna have a jump shot when he comes back to all-star
No.
form? I know he ain't. We're gonna see all those videos of Ben Simmons shooting jump shots in the offseason, and then he's gonna get to the regular season and not take one.
Mm-hmm.
So
there's a certain point in the offseason where you're in the offseason when you see Ben Simmons shooting. Ben Simmons shooting. Zion healthy. Luka looks in shape.
I was finna say, yeah.
James Harden is skinny.
Yeah, I was finna say, yeah. We're at that point. When you're at that point in the offseason, we're like, yeah, ain't nothing going on in the NBA right now.
All right, this one is probably going to be similar to the Bulls. The Charlotte Hornets.
Oh, my. Well.
LaMelo Ball is
I was
healthy.
finna say LaMelo Ball will be back, so hopefully his ankles stay in check.
Yeah, we didn't really see too much of LaMelo plus a good Brandon Miller because
right.
Brandon Miller took a little to get into his groove.
Yeah,
And then he was working with terrible spacing. We talked about Jalen Brunson spacing. The spacing that Brandon Miller was working with.
Oh man, that Charlotte Hornets
garbage.
That roster construction is bad. Who's their coach? Is it Steve Clifford again?
Yes. Last time I checked, let me check.
Yeah, Steve. Yeah, I mean, he's been there before, so I mean, I guess.
Actually, no. Charles Lee.
Who?
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie to the people.
Who is that?
I'm not gonna lie to the people. I don't know. But we will. But I bet you all know after a week of the NBA season.
Oh my! Alrighty then. When did did he take a higher position or something? I don't know, but
No, he's probably just gone.
I don't know, but I mean, LaMelo is back, so maybe him and Brandon Miller can develop some synergy or something, and they can, bring them back to relevance again.
Next team, Washington Wizards.
Well, they got some draft capital over the middle of the season and in the off season too, I think. So I mean, they have some good draft capital going forward. So I mean, that's really the only positive thing I can say about that team. Kyle Kuzma and Jordan Poole are still the stars of that team. So
yeah, and they had the most curious move of the offseason when Jonas Valanciunas decided to go to Washington.
Well, I feel like he made the most curious.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Most curious for him. Now for them, I'm saying that their good thing is that Jonas Valanciunas will be able to mentor these centers now.
Yeah, right. Mm-hmm.
But I don't know why he did that.
Yeah, right. I mean, and also in that the team who drafted Alex Sarr. Yeah, Alex Sarr didn't have a good summer league, but he had a horrible summer league. But maybe that was just, I don't know. Maybe he'll turn it around come the regular season. So he was the second pick. So I they're expecting big things from him clearly.
Next team, last team in the Eastern Conference, the Detroit Pistons. Detroit basketball.
Oh my.
They have veterans.
Yeah, they got vets.
They picked up Tobias Harris. They picked up real basketball players for the first time in a long time. For the first time in forever.
I mean, oh my God, like Jesus.
Like Malik Beasley, Tim Hardaway Jr.
I forgot
These are real basketball players.
I was gonna say they got some
basketball
guys.
Paul, real basketball players.
They got Paul Reed.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know they picked him up, but I mean,
yeah. Because the Sixers got Andre Drummond,
yeah, they didn't.
And we drafted Adam Bona.
I don't know who that. I'm gonna be real. I don't
Hustle
know who
guy.
That is.
Hustle guy.
Okay, I mean,
you'll learn his name eventually because I don't know how much he's gonna play this or not.
I'm gonna say. I mean, if he's behind Joel Embiid and Andre Drummond. I mean, how many minutes is he really gonna get? But
I don't know. But the Detroit Pistons got real basketball players.
Well,
I don't know how many games they're gonna win, but they have real basketball players.
It might take a couple more years and a couple more moves, but they'll get somewhere.
They'll love Tobias Harris.
Oh, absolutely! Oh man, absolutely.
Back.
That man might average 20 again.
All right, the Western Conference first team, the OKC Thunder.
Well, they did what they needed to do. They got another big behind Chet, which is what they needed.
Yeah, then they saw their problems and they fixed them.
Mm-hmm. They got a rebounder. A hustle guy, a guy who's going to be not necessarily like a shot blocker per se, but, he's going to change some shots, change some guys' minds down there. So him and Chet can play together some, so they won't get absolutely destroyed on the glass. So that's what
Hardenstein. And then, I think you're forgetting, they got Alex Caruso. They just got deeper as a team as a whole.
They trade, that defense got even better. So they got one of the best defensive guards in the game. So OKC did what they needed to do. I think they might be a conference finalist, maybe even a chance to go to the finals this year. We'll see how everything shakes out with that.
Yeah, they definitely have a chance. They're definitely on the short list.
Yeah, absolutely. Because they fixed the Josh Giddey problem. And not that problem. No, not that problem. But they fixed the, because he didn't fit the team.
I mean, they fixed all of the above. They just shipped his ass out.
Yeah, I was gonna say they just got him out. He didn't fit the team, at all. So they got rid of him and got our heart. They should be straight.
Seemed like he didn't really fit the timeline anymore.
Yeah, not anymore. Yeah, he looked promising at first with that team, but not anymore.
Doubles. All right, the next team, Denver Nuggets.
Oh man,
you can't think of a good thing about the Denver Nuggets, JT.
I mean, they got Jokic and they got
three-time MVP.
I was gonna say they still got Jokic and Murray, so that's always something to be happy about. There you go.
And here's my answer: Russell Westbrook is excited.
Yeah, Russell Westbrook is excited to play basketball. But I mean, we said that when he went to the Clippers, so. Take that for what it's worth.
The next team, the Minnesota Timberwolves.
Oh boy. Well, I guess you can say they fixed their salary cap problem for the future. Um,
Did
kind of.
they?
I mean, I
Did
mean,
they?
I
They,
mean,
they,
Julius
they, they
Randle.
fixed this in the short term.
Yeah, in the short term, I mean, Julius Randle's contract is about 20 million less than the extension that Cat just signed, and that's going to kick in starting this season. So,
But then, if you're really saving money, are you? Does that mean you're going to let Julius Randle go?
if I mean, probably because he doesn't fit.
So you traded. So you traded your number one pick, all NBA player, and your the franchise rock for 9 years
Yep.
for Dante DiVincenzo.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, that wouldn't make any sense, but I mean, is Julius Randle really gonna be good for this team?
He'll be good. He's a good basketball
I
player.
mean,
He's
he's good. I mean,
underrated
he's a-
at this point, but
Is he? Yeah, he's
that
a great,
lineup is just
it's
nasty.
disgusting. It's the
Nasty.
disgusting.
Julius Randle
the spacing wise, yes.
on the court with Rudy Gobert,
Yeah, that's
nasty.
disgusting. We talked about the spacing again.
Because and Julius Randle's a good shooter.
Yeah, he's a good shooter.
But like
This-
he loves to work in the mid range.
Mm-hmm.
He loves bully ball. Like
Yeah,
he
right.
could shoot the three. He's a good shooter, but but where he operates, where he does most of his work is in the mid range.
Absolutely. So I mean, I don't. But I mean, they did just come off a conference finals appearance. So if you want to say a positive thing about him, Anthony Edwards is still only 22. So you know, and he's got that conference finals experience now. So
Positive thing, you have Ant-Man.
yeah, I was gonna say you got Ant-Man. So you know, your future
and
is
now
set.
you have the coldest white boy in the game.
It's not Austin Reeves no more.
Producer Sean giving us a thumbs up.
Yeah, Sean likes that one.
All right. Ooh,
Oh boy,
the Los Angeles
Not,
Clippers.
not this team.
I'll help you on my answer.
Go ahead.
Norman Powell thinks this is his team now.
Oh boy. And
He said more is less. He said addition by subtraction. Now that Paul George is gone, he said more people get more shots, like me.
Well, you know, James. Your boy James said that our system now is gonna involve a whole lot more of me now. You know.
I'm hearing a lot of that.
As if he already basically didn't say that when he got traded there. I'm not a system player. I am a system. So there you go. And now he's really finna be a system now. Well, you know what happens when that happens. So
Now, shoot.
I'm finna say I don't know.
Are the Clippers gonna make the playoffs?
Are they gonna make the playoffs? They'll make the play in. Playoffs is not a guarantee, but they'll make the play in. I think.
Yeah, because also Kawhi Leonard is probably not going to be ready for Game 1.
Heck no. Yeah.
I don't know how many games he's going to play.
Yeah, he just had another procedure on his knee over the off season, and we really thought he was going to play for Team USA. I don't know why he thought he was so delusional. But anyway, you know, I don't know why he was that delusional to where he thought he was going to play. But he might hit. I don't know. I know he ain't gonna be ready for the start of the season. So, I don't know. This team had a very tumultuous, I'll say, off season. It wasn't one to remember out in Clipperland.
Yeah, they brought in a bunch of questionable pieces.
Yeah, I mean they got Nick Batum back.
They got Derrick Jones Jr.
Yeah, they got Derrick Jones. I mean, hey, Derrick Jones Jr. performed in the playoffs last year in Dallas. So,
but they also brought in Kevin Porter Jr.
Yeah.
And then they wanted to bring in Miles Bridges.
Oh boy, yeah.
And they picked up Kai Jones. They just
my.
they just wanted to be a rehab
I was
center.
gonna say, my God.
The LA rehab center.
My God.
LA clipping your addiction.
I was gonna say, Jesus, Kai Jones, KPJ. My God, and they wanted Miles Bridges.
The LA jail cell.
I was gonna say that's oh boy. Intuit Arena is
we used to have the Jailblazers. What would be like
we had Zach Randolph and all those guys.
What would be the cell Clippers?
Yeah, something like that.
The LA
come
cells.
up with a name. Yeah, we gotta come up with a name.
I don't know. Somebody give me a.
Give us a name for the jail version of the Clippers.
Yeah, but they didn't pick up Miles Bridges, so
Thank God. I was gonna say
so let's ease up on a little bit.
Yeah, just a little, you know. But
golly.
yeah,
Next team, the Western Conference champion Dallas Mavericks.
man, the Mavericks, Klay Thompson,
Klay
baby.
Thompson can shoot the basketball.
Klay Thompson is gonna relieve some of the pressure, like he said at their media day. He's gonna relieve some of the pressure off of Luka and Kyrie. So there you go. He's definitely a better shooter than Derrick Jones Jr. is by far.
I mean, he's a better shooter than
P.J. Washington, and
he's a better shooter than everybody outside of Stephen Curry.
I was gonna say outside of Steph Curry, you got the second best shooter in the game. So now he's not the defender
of all time.
Yeah, right, of all time, right. So
get it right.
he's not the defender he once was, but I think they'll be fine. I don't know if they're a guaranteed Western Conference champion again, but
there's nothing is guaranteed in this league right now.
Yeah, in the league right now, nothing is guaranteed. But
they definitely have a good chance.
Yeah, of course.
Good chance to get back to the finals.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. They'll
and once you're in the finals, anything can happen.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're on the short list of teams that can win the Western Conference. So,
I like it. The Phoenix Suns.
They got one of my favorite guards in the league, Tyus Jones. Over the offseason, they also picked up Monte Morris. So
yeah, the Suns have a real point guard.
Yeah, they have a real point guard now. Leader in assist to turnover ratio for like 4 or 5 years in a row. Yeah. So
I'm not sure if that was their actual problem.
Yeah, right. I don't. We don't know what the Suns' real problem is besides the fact that they're paying 3 guys $150 million. But
yeah, and they had Eric Gordon being a real impactful playoff performer last year.
Yeah, for real. Who picked him up in the offseason? I forgot.
Philadelphia.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, we didn't talk about that. I forgot. But they have a real point guard, but they still have.
If you ever think, where did this good player go? They went to Philadelphia.
Yeah, yeah, they did. But I mean, the Suns still have a few issues, but picking up a real point guard that does alleviate some of it, you could say. So I mean, I like the pickup for him, but I don't think it's gonna push them over the edge or anything. But I still like the pickup for him.
I understand. The next team is the New Orleans Pelicans.
Well, they traded for DeJounte Murray. Mm-hmm. So
DeJounte Murray is also a real
point guard, and that's something that they needed too. And so now we just have to hope that Zion is healthy because we haven't seen that man play a playoff game yet. So we just have to hope that he's healthy, and they have a real point guard now. They did lose Valanciunas over the offseason, and like we said, one of the more curious moves of the offseason. But having that real point guard, I think, is going to be fine because that doesn't force C.J. McCollum to play something that he's not comfortable playing anymore. Mm-hmm. So I think that's a win for them. So
yeah, I like their small lineup of DeJounte Murray, C.J. McCollum, Herb Jones, Brandon Ingram, and Zion Williamson.
Yeah, the defense is there. Herb Jones is gonna, he's gonna keep the perimeter locked down. DeJounte Murray is still a pretty good defender. I just hope Zion's healthy, man. I really do want to see that man healthy come playoff time. I want to see what he does.
The Los Angeles Lakers. My good thing is J.J. Redick is a smart man.
He is, absolutely. If y'all watch that podcast with him and your boy, LBJ, then you'll realize that he knows the game of basketball. Now, just knowing the game of basketball and actually coaching a team, that's all a different battle. But I think he'll be fine. Because
he's a good communicator.
I was gonna say, yeah, he's got LeBron on his team. This man's finna be in the league for it's finna be year 22. So
yeah, and Bronny James being on the team is cool.
Yeah, it's absolutely cool seeing LeBron and Bronny play together. Morale is gonna be high.
Yeah, people trash on why are we talking about the second round pick? It's just he's a celebrity. Okay,
right, man.
It's just like if Jermaine Cole got drafted to the league, we would be talking about.
I was gonna say, man,
it's the same thing. Exactly. Bronny James is a celebrity, so we're talking about him.
Yeah, right. But I think it would be cool to see them share the court together. And like you said, J.J. Redick is, I think he'll be a good first-time head coach. Hopefully he doesn't get tossed, if they don't make it too far. But you know how it is out in Lakerland.
Yeah, we'll see. Next team, Sacramento Kings.
Well, they picked up DeMar DeRozan. Now, me personally, I can't call this a true positive because that's a bit weird. But
Well, here's the positive: DeMar DeRozan and De'Aaron Fox are clutch.
yeah, they're
So
if
they
two
get
of
in
the most clutch players in the
yeah,
league.
so if
That's for
they
sure.
get in a close game, you can trust
You have somebody you can trust. You have two guys you can trust. So, but I'm not too high on the move, but I'm not low on the move because I haven't seen it played out yet. So I'm kind of just indifferent on this one. But he is a clutch player, so they don't have to rely on just Swiper. You know what I'm saying? So
right. Next team, the Golden State Warriors.
You still got Steph, so there you go.
Yeah, Draymond is not currently suspended.
Yeah. I was gonna say Draymond Green is, he didn't punch anybody. He hasn't choked anybody out yet. So
So like they were the 10th seed at 46 and 36,
which is insane.
The 6th seed was the Suns at 49 and 33. That's only a three game difference.
It's a 3-game difference.
And Draymond was suspended for a lot of the season.
Mm-hmm. So I mean they still got, like I said, they were in there. They were in the mix. Mm-hmm. So, and you still got the greatest shooter by far of all time. And then you got, they picked up some pretty good
Melton,
they picked up
Kyle Anderson.
Love those two guys.
Buddy Hield.
Yeah, Buddy Hield. Yeah, I think, those three guys will be impactful for him. Absolutely.
Yeah, so losing Clay always hurts.
Yeah, absolutely.
It was a big shock. When it actually happened, we were talking about it happening, but when it actually happened, it was
like, dang man, I didn't think it was gonna happen for real.
Yeah, but, I had to sit down and watch some old highlights.
Yeah, tough pill to swallow, man. But that's just for any basketball fan. Not seeing Clay on the Warriors, but I think they'll be fine.
The 11th seed, Houston Rockets.
Well, I mean, they did all right this season. They were 500. So I mean, last season I'll say they were 500. So, I mean,
yeah, Jalen Green's gonna get better.
He had a surge at the end of the season. Yeah. We don't know what happened, but
here's my positive thing: Steven Adams.
Oh yeah, Steven Adams is on the team. I don't. Which
he said he's healthy.
Yeah, as a Grizzlies fan, I hate it.
He's a cool guy.
Yeah, absolutely. As a Grizzlies fan, I hate it, but having him, it'll just be helpful for Alperen Sengun. Even though Alperen Sengun is, already pretty developed already, but that Rockets team, they were young. They're young still. So, they, hopefully, which Thompson twin did they get? Amen. They got Amen Thompson, right?
Yes.
Yeah, they got him. So hopefully he develops, you know what I'm saying, more than he did, and has a second year sort of leap, I guess. So we'll see.
The Utah Jazz.
Well, they extended Lauri Markkanen.
Yeah. The good thing is Lauri wants to be there.
Yeah, he wants to be there. He said he likes the outdoors, and he said it's
beautiful.
Yeah, it's a beautiful place for him. So
I used to live in Utah, and it's beautiful up there.
Yeah. So they re-signed him. He's gonna be their building block now. As a number one option on a championship team, I don't know how much I trust Lauri as a number one, but as number two, I think I could see him as a number two option. So maybe they just have to pick up somebody else. But they extended him, so they have time with him. So there you go.
All right. I'll pass this one to you.
Yeah,
the 13 seed.
Yeah, this is my team right here. The Memphis Grizzlies. I can say two things about this team. Number one, Ja Morant seems to be back on track life-wise.
12 is back.
Yeah, I was going to say 12 is back, and he's back healthy. That his shoulder is fine. He'll be there from day one. So everybody, you know what I'm saying?
The whole team was injured.
Yeah, I say the whole. We
had a record amount of injuries.
Yeah, I mean, we literally had
a record amount of starting lineups.
Yeah, I was say, I mean, the whole team is back. Besides G.G. Jackson, he'll be out till about December, but because he had to have foot surgery. But besides that, everybody is here, and 12 is back. His life seems back on track, and the whole team is healthy. So. We'll be right back in the mix.
Yeah, sleeper team to be top 4 in the West.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Sleeper. I'm not. Now I saw a picture of their starting lineup. It doesn't seem like a top 4 starting.
It doesn't. Yeah, that spacing doesn't seem the best, but I think. But we only really have two just horrible. I won't even say horrible shooters because Marcus Smart isn't a horrible shooter. Ja Morant isn't a horrible shooter. And then we got.
Zach Edey.
Yeah, we got Zach Edey. So big boy.
We'll see.
And I think Jaren Jackson playing his more natural role next to another big is gonna help him out again. because he had to play more of the five.
Right, that's when
this
he won
past
Defensive
year.
Player of the Year.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Roaming around, blocking shots on the help
Yeah,
side.
that's
Just like Giannis.
yeah, that's the best. That's the best version of Tripp. So having that again is gonna be great for us. So be on the lookout.
The number 14 seed, San Antonio Spurs.
Oh man, that team there is they might be a sleeper team to make the playoffs. Low key, to me, they got CP3, and you know what CP3 does for every big he plays with. You saw what he did for DeAndre Jordan's career.
CP3 to Wemby lobs.
Yeah, I mean that's gonna be so deadly. The team is still young. I think Devin Vassell is gonna thrive well. The Spurs have way better point guard play now. Even though I like Trey Jones, but he's just not he's not CP3.
Yeah,
So
Wemby came in good, but he got better in every single game last year.
Yeah.
So,
he got
so
way
a
better.
year
as the year went
two,
on.
he said he put on 25 pounds.
Oh boy, that's scary. I ain't gonna lie.
So
That
I'm
is
excited
scary.
for a year two Wembanyama.
Mm-hmm.
Last team, the Portland Trailblazers.
Oh boy. I mean, Scoot got better. He was another guy who got better as the season went on.
Mm-hmm.
So that's room for hope. Because he started out the season struggling bad, and he had some injuries and stuff like that too. But he got better.
My good thing, DeAndre Ayton has a positive outlook.
Hey, that's all you can hope for from that guy. I mean, because I mean he's still young. DeAndre Ayton's not old. Obviously, he's not old yet. So this is what year like 7 for him. So he's not old yet. I think him and Scoot can be pretty good together. And like I said, Scoot got better as the season went on. So we'll see how they develop together. Who did they get in the draft?
Ooh, I forgot.
What pick did they have?
Let me just pull up a mock draft for
Yeah, I forgot. Because, this draft, guys, like...
We are not draft people.
I was going to say, not this time. If it was a better draft, I would have, saying it would have been better. But, I would have known what was going on in the draft. But this draft, dog, like...
All right, so number one for the Hawks was Zachary Ricochet, obviously.
They got Donovan Clingan. Oh.
Yes, I remember that.
Who the heck did the Hornets draft? Who is that?
Tijane Stallone.
Who is that?
We will find out the first week on NBA League Pass.
My God.
From Cholet Basket. Cholet Basket? I don't know. Cholet Basket? I don't know.
Oh my God. Okay then. They got Donovan Clingan. That's low key. That might be an underrated pick. Rob Dillinger. Oh, I forgot he got traded to the T-Wolves.
Yeah, and the T-Wolves, their starting point guard is old as hell. Their backup point guard is 18. 19.
That's hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
Okay then. Yeah. Sorry guys, we don't know much about this draft, as you could tell, because I didn't even know who the first pick was. I forgot who the first pick was, but if you watched, this draft was uneventful. So.
Hey, but maybe we'll have some sleepers. Maybe we'll have a 15th pick like Giannis
was. Yeah, like Giannis was. So we'll see.
Giannis Antetokounmpo.
No, we skipped the Raptors. We didn't do Toronto.
Oh, my fault. My fault, Canada. Shoot. Good thing about Toronto Raptors is Scotty Barnes has all-star confidence now.
Absolutely.
Right. He was an injury replacement last year. And usually when you make an all-star team, you're like, oh, I'm really up here with the best of the best. I can really do this. And then you go into the rest of the season and you dominate like you're an all-star.
Yeah, absolutely.
So going into a whole season where he knows he's the man, that'll be good for him.
Mm-hmm. I think so.
I'm not gonna get into that mess with his baby mama or whatever, but shit. Because I only saw what I saw.
There's other players with worse stuff going on. So,
Itty. But man, that is one positive thing for every NBA team. And you got any other notes before we get to our next episode?
Oh boy, I'm excited about the season. There's so much parity going on, man. Like Like it's unpredictable, and that's what I like. I don't like seeing the same thing over and over from a season. I like unpredictability. So that's what we have right now in today's league. That's what makes it exciting for me. So, there you go.
Yes, sir. Thank you for watching this episode of Cooler Than Water with Everett Tobler and Jonathan Thompson.
Absolutely.
Go watch some basketball.
Oh yeah.